Join us on this journey. Discover Black heritage.
Trust the local knowledge of the Local 3 Storm Alert team.
College applications, I bet, are rolling into lots of houses watching us this morning. What an exciting time for the kids, especially. The parents might be biting their nails a little bit thinking, gee, how are we going to afford this opportunity for the child that we love so much? Well, if you've got a child in your family that is considering pursuing music in college, listen up, because Allison Ford is on the show with us this morning representing the Chattanooga Music Club, and you're gearing up for auditions. The deadline is looming, right? For these scholarships that y'all offer.
Yes, so Chattanooga Music Club has scholarships for high school students, freshmen, so you're working with our seniors that are graduating this year. And the deadline to apply is March 6th, and the audition date is on March 19th.
Okay, something I was asking you about, was this just confined to those who live in Chattanooga or Hamilton County? But no, you've got a radius actually.
Right, we work with a 40-mile radius around the city of Chattanooga. So we welcome students from the North Georgia area and on up into the Ooltewah area and a little bit northward.
So when you're talking about if you're wanting to pursue music in college, does that mean performance necessarily? Or like UTC, I think now, has a music therapy program. Can that qualify?
Right, absolutely. So this scholarship is mostly for students who have been taking lessons throughout their maybe middle school and high school years or studied music in their high schools. And they want to go to college, and some of them are going to major in music, but others are going to major in sciences or something else, or maybe even music therapy. As long as they take lessons throughout their college study years, they're eligible to receive and maintain this scholarship during their college years. And
so this is not just a one-time offer. Like if you're a senior in high school now, and you're lucky enough to be granted a scholarship for your freshman year, can you come back and reapply?
Oh no, it is for a freshman year pretty much.
Okay.
Sometimes it stretches out a little bit, but usually just in the freshman year.
Okay, well that makes sense because you hit that college campus and so often these kids change and grow and life takes over, so that makes a lot of sense.
Right, and Chattanooga Music Club's interest in this scholarship is to make sure that we continue producing adult musicians. So you can be a doctor and play in an orchestra. You know, there's so many different people study music along with their area of studies in college.
Well, and because it's been proven time and again that to study music enhances your brain.
Right.
So is there a specific type of music? Are these scholarships open for singers, instrumentalists? Does it matter?
All of the above. Singers, instrumentalists, the string players. I've seen horns and bassoons come through in past years.
So when they go, I'm guessing there's an application online that they have to fill out?
Yes, you go to ChattanoogaMusicClub.org, and up in the upper left-hand corner is a link to scholarships. It has downloadable forms, and
So when they come on that audition day, and I'm sure this is all spelled out, but I've got you here, so I'll take a cheat sheet. Do they perform just one piece? Do they perform two? Is there a time limit?
There is a time limit of sorts. They don't go over 9 minutes, so they perform up to 9 minutes, a variety of 2 or 3 styles. It's good to have your own accompanist. Most students that are performing at that level have an accompanist. Sometimes it's a friend from school, sometimes it's a teacher or another adult from the community.
Okay. If you don't want to do a full 9 minutes, does that hurt you?
It's so hard to tell, but I think a lot of students are capable of getting all their skill set out and open in less than 9 minutes.
Yeah, so, that's the TV person in me coming out, because you know, you kind of sell something in a few seconds. So I didn't know in this case if you can do it in 2 or 3 minutes and make the point. Is that sufficient?
Exactly. Yes, my husband and I are both musicians, and there's certainly been times we've looked at a student performing and knew in 2 to 3 minutes that they had what we needed to get a particular job done.
Okay, let's talk about that. We've got a couple of minutes left. You and your husband are both musicians. You talk about the value of the arts in your life, and so music specifically. You referenced the doctor before. Cultivating that love of music does not mean that you can't pursue something else as your profession.
It doesn't. You know, I have found that so many musicians really know how to be team players, and they contribute really well in corporate jobs, and then obviously I've met a ton of doctors that are musicians as well. My daughter plays in the UTC orchestra, and one of her stand partners is a local pediatrician.
Not that you couldn't have this value in your life if you're not a musician, but typically if you are an artsy person, you're kind of an empathetic person, you're a deep feeler, so that would be a great thing to have in a physician, wouldn't it?
It is, it is, it is.
So if they're watching this morning and you are proficient at playing the trombone or the violin or singing beautifully, and you want to see about being a part of these scholarships, the application deadline is March 6th, and the audition date is the 16th of March.
Correct.
Is that correct? And
March 6th, and the audition date is the 19th
you're right.
of March.
I said that wrong. And where will they do the auditions? Do we know?
It's at a Presbyterian church, I believe on Northmore Road.
Okay. Oh, at Cumberland Presbyterian.
Yes.
All right. I've said enough with Allison. Here is that information again, ChattanoogaMusicClub.org, and that is up to that amount of money. The $15,000 is how much you have to distribute?
That amount varies per year, and awards tend to run in the range of $1,000 to $3,000 to $5,000, just depending on what's available.
Just wanted to make sure I spelled that out for people. Thank you so much, Allison.
Thank you.
Julia, what are you doing? We have a commercial to film.
I'm taking a break.
Breaks are what we're telling people about. Budget breaks.
Visit